Now march.
So good. So,
Oh
Lordy,
man, that
Lordy.
show is just what a run.
yeah. Hello and
Oh, my
welcome to
goodness.
episode 800. I'll start again.
Wow.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to episode number 820 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, July 26th, 2022. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, sometimes, as always, Mr. Greg Stewart from Canada.
Yellow.
How you doing there, sir?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Feeling good? Feeling good?
I'm exhausted, but not as exhausted as last weekend. So
I see.
Yep.
Yes. Well,
Mhm.
welcome to the podcast, sir.
thank you very
And
much.
joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're
I'm
all fine here.
exhausted.
I'm
But then
also
I'm always
exhausted.
exhausted. That doesn't stop me from showing up.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Greg.
Oh,
See, it's CJ. It
No,
sounds
go
like you have
ahead,
something
go
to
ahead.
say.
no.
Do you?
When
No,
has
I
that ever
don't.
stopped us from interrupting him?
That's true.
Go ahead.
I was
Phil.
going to point out Greg's new specs appeal.
New specs appeal.
You got
He's
me
got-
some progressive lenses.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Welcome to the party.
Yep. Vote blue.
And you got the big chunky lenses. Makes you look like you work at a record shop.
Yeah. I needed to find some that would fit my fat head. So the struggle is real.
Oh,
I just thought it was an attempt to offset the progressive lens
That's part
I'm
of it.
old thing.
yeah.
Well, that too, but also
Yeah.
they needed to be fairly, tall lenses so that I didn't always end up looking through. These are disorienting as hell. I
It
am
takes
not. I
it
don't know
takes
if
a
you
little
guys have
while.
them, but oh
Takes
my
a little
god,
bit to get
yeah.
used to them.
Yeah.
I have them too.
yeah,
Because we're old.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny because I went to the races yesterday. And my uncle was there, who's like 65 years old, and I was sort of saying, yeah, like he was saying, oh, nice new glasses, thanks. And I mentioned that these are progressive lenses, my first progressive lenses, and all the jokes about getting old and everything like that. And he goes, oh yeah, he says, I don't know, I got lucky, I don't need them. I was like, wow, that's impressive at 65 years old, because he's worn glasses for a while,
Mhm.
right? And I was like, oh, so it's your vision hasn't been deteriorating, because normally it does after about 40 45 years old. And then he admitted that he doesn't need them because he hasn't had his eyes tested in 20 years. And
Oh, shit.
I was like, well, you probably do, but
Probably go do
he's
that.
like, I'm terrified to go to the doctor because I don't want to find out I need progressives. Like, well, that's not the same as not needing them.
I never go to the dentist, but I've never
My
had a
teeth are
cavity.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
I don't
that's
need
like
teeth
me.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is ridiculous, CJ.
Well, I'm
Worrying.
fixing that shortly here.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. Yes, indeed. All right.
That's it. That's
Well,
our
that's
show
our
for
That's
this
it.
week.
That's the end. Nothing more to talk about here.
Nothing to see here. We're all fine here.
Let's get into the news, shall we? Speaking of
Okay.
getting old, Lego finally made it official.
Oh.
They are doing the Atari 2600 Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
awesome.
you will soon be able to spend $240 on a Lego Atari 2600. The wood paneled, like old look, the original looking
but
one,
not the heavy sixer design.
but not the
Only got
6er
four
rated. It's
switches.
four
That's
switches.
true.
Yep.
That is true.
Not that I care, but
But the little cartridges can be made into like mini scenes of some of the games. So you got Asteroids and Centipede, Adventure. Some good stuff there.
Phil pointed out something really cool on Twitter about that I
Yeah.
hadn't noticed with how the labels, like, because of course Atari 2600 cartridges generally had gorgeous labels, right? Like
Oh,
they were
yes.
hand painted scenes from the game, right? And a lot of times, if they were the arcade games, it would be like the scenes from the side of the arcade cabinet or some form of that. But Phil pointed out how they've been Legoized. which I thought was very cool.
Yes.
And you actually showed some of the references of like, I think in Centipede or was it Adventure where there's a dragon?
Yeah, adventure because the adventure box art featured one of the dragons on it,
Right.
but it's not. It doesn't look like a pixelized duck. It
Right.
looks like a beautifully rendered kind of fantasy dragon. But they on this they made it look like the old dragon figure from the old castle sets from the 80s.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's
a cute
excellent.
cute little nod.
Yeah. And I mean, the little living room diorama that lives inside the 2600 too. I was watching that and just like, I was looking at that and just like, oh man, there's so many nice little touches,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh, it takes me
Well, they
back.
put out a video. Did you see the video that they did where it was like a guy who got a 2600 for Christmas and they played the home movie footage of it. And then they're like, we're going to give this guy a Lego Atari VCS. And they actually gave it to him and he put it together. And it was just,
I mean, I got a
neat to watch.
2600 for Christmas once. Can I
Can you get in on that?
get one of those too? Or
You have to pay 240 American for it.
that's not really being given something. Man.
True. Yeah, but it looks really cool. And this reminded me that I have yet to buy the Lego NES.
I want to get on that.
That's a great
I need to get on
system.
Lego doesn't keep their sets around forever, man.
I feel like I should do that before considering the 2600, but the 2600 looks pretty cool too.
It certainly does.
It's and then of course, as happened with the NES, you get people saying, "Oh, I hope to do like this or that or the other thing next." And I mean, it would be great to see Legoized versions of all kinds of classic consoles, but I don't know how realistic that would be. But I do think I do hold out hope for a Genesis. It makes sense that they would do a Genesis at some point.
I'm guessing we'll see a Genesis in the next few years.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if that's it.
Maybe a Super Nintendo or a PlayStation. I mean, I could see like the big systems, like but like people were saying like, oh, I'd love to see it in Intellivision. It's like, I'd love to see it in Intellivision too, but I don't think that'll be.
I don't think even Intellivision can see it in television.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be the only way we get an Amico.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Legoized form.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll start doing like Legend of Zelda Legos or something like that soon. That'd be nice. Metroid.
They might do Legend of Zelda Lego sets.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah,
sure.
they don't do Legos.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh. Yeah. Oh, don't mean to embarrass you.
No, you're embarrassing yourself.
You're embarrassing. We're all gonna feel embarrassed at BrickCon.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
I guess Phil and I are going alone. We're not going to be seen with you.
No,
that gaff.
I have my partner for my Lego Masters audition.
It's not me.
The guy who understands trademark.
That's for darn sure.
Yeah,
for darn sure.
The guy who knows you didn't refer to it as a Wiimote.
I don't.
A Wiimote made out of Legos. Now I've seen everything.
Excellent. All right. Well, we got some new games for the NES and Super Nintendo on the NSO this week. Yes, so that's exciting. We got what did we get? Fighter's History, everybody's favorite Street Fighter clone.
Okay.
And we got Kirby's Avalanche, everyone's favorite. What?
Real quick, Fighter's History, was that the one that Capcom sued over?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. They sued and lost.
I remember correctly.
They did not win that case.
Right. Capcom versus Data East.
Okay, so it was Fighter's History?
Over Fighter's History, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it has a lot of the same moves.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the same controller motions.
Yeah. But doesn't every fighting game have like a Hadouken move and such?
Well, I think back when Capcom sued Data East, yes. Now I'm not so sure if that's correct. Yeah, but and then some game called Davia. What is it called? Let me click on
the Japanese game that never came out here.
The Japanese NES game that never came out here. It's called. Come on, YouTube, load this up. Dava Story 6, Imperial of Near Sartia.
How did you not remember that?
I don't know. You're right. It's so
Yeah.
memorable.
Yeah, it just rolls right off your tongue.
Diva Story 6, Imperial of Near Sartia.
Okay. And this is
I've never heard of
shooter?
this game at all. It's a shooter.
A shooter.
Yes.
Okay.
Where you're in a mech, and it's a side-scrolling shooter. And in the YouTube video that Nintendo publishes whenever they put out a new game, they have a little like put in this password in the password selection screen to jump right into a planet side battle. So there must be some kind of like beginning stage that's boring or something. So
maybe. And you said the Super Nintendo got Kirby's Avalanche?
Correct. Super Nintendo got Kirby's Avalanche, which of course is more Puyo Puyo.
Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
If you were over in Japan, or if you have a Japanese account, and you have the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo NSO stuff.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe Kirby's Avalanche came out in Japan, right?
No, because it's just Puyo Puyo.
It's a reskin Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
You know what you get in Japan in lieu of Kirby's Avalanche?
I do know, but why don't you say it? I'll let you say
get a sock in the eye.
But is it a clean sock or a dirty sock?
Oh, it's clean. I mean, come on.
They're not gross.
That's actually it's like a punch.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to
Like
sock
fruit
you
punch?
in the eye.
Quick side note, story.
Oh yeah.
At one time, my daughter, my wife, and I were hanging out, and I don't know what exactly happened, but my wife said to my daughter, "Give Daddy a smacker, like a kiss." My daughter did not know what that meant, though, and actually smacked me across the face.
Oh, she knew what it meant.
Yeah, she knew.
Yeah.
She also knew what she could get away with in that moment.
Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
memories. Anyway,
Yeah,
what
good.
did Japan get?
Kick in the groin.
Yeah, smacker.
That means a gentle hug
Give
from
him-
where
give him a
I'm
smack.
from, but
Yeah.
somehow you misinterpreted it. They got Kirby's Super Star Stacker,
Yes,
a game that never came out in the US for the Super Nintendo.
That's right.
And was indeed that was one of the Nintendo Power series of games. Is that correct?
That is correct, Phil.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
it is a Nintendo Power game. Although I think they also released it separately on cartridge, like outside of Nintendo Power. They did that with a couple of
did they?
games. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what's interesting about the Super Nintendo version of Kirby's Super Star Stacker is that it has a 2-player versus mode
Oh,
on the same screen there.
very nice.
So yeah.
The Nintendo Power Service, I suppose we should explain briefly.
Yeah, I have
I
that.
guess we
magazine.
should.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the magazine from the US. It was a Super Famicom game acquisition system. You basically went to like convenience stores,
Lawson,
and you were able to purchase
specifically
what's
in
that?
Japan. Name of the convenience store is Lawson.
Oh, was it a Lawson's?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, you would buy a blank Super Famicom cartridge, and they had a machine that you would. I don't know if you did it or if the clerk did it. But you plug the cartridge into this machine, and you basically it brought up a list of games, and you choose. You know, you pay for it. Obviously, you choose and it would write the game to your blank cartridge.
Yeah.
And there were a handful of games that were exclusive to that service.
Yeah, like those blank cartridges that have the exclusive games on them. I think are like gold now.
Yeah. I think Super Punch
I
Out was only
I think
released.
that's how some of them have been dumped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes
Just
sense.
finding those
But there was like a Picross series for the
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo Power Service specifically, and Star Stacker was on there. Wrecking Crew 98 was on there.
Yep.
A bunch of games. So, but I do hope that Kirby's Super Star Stacker eventually does come to the West.
It would be
as
nice.
well, the West version of this, because it's a really good game. Star Stacker is a fun game, and the Super Famicom version of it is quite nice.
Yeah, we got it on the Game Boy.
Yes, we
The
did.
Game Boy version was released over here.
But it has very simple, like katakana and hiragana text, so it's not that hard to pick up.
Right.
But I might actually make a Japanese account in order to get this, which I do not have currently. I did not create a Japanese.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't.
I do not. No.
Okay.
So maybe I should do that just for this.
Go do it now. We'll
right now.
Greg and I will take care of things.
Share your screen.
Hold on a second.
Share your screen.
There he goes. He's gone.
Thank God.
Finally, Greg. Now we can talk about those glasses of yours.
I'm back.
Jeez, that he's back.
Oh, jeez. Greg, I know you're very excited about Diva Story 6 Imperial of Near Sartia. Can you tell us more about it?
What are we talking about?
Is that why you turned off your camera, just to kind of psych yourself up to say that game title again?
He practiced it 4 times while he had the camera off.
Yeah.
All right. This week we got a YouTube video from Naughty Dog and Sony detailing some of the features of The Last of Us Part 1, including accessibility features and updates on the AI pathing and such. So I think this was maybe released early because in the day or so before, there was a lot of
negativity,
rabble on the internet being very negative. Apparently some footage of The Last of Us Part 1 leaked, and then somebody said, oh, they didn't add anything to it.
Well, in particular, I think people were, and I know I thought this was going to be the case, but I don't remember if they ever said it was the case, or it was just somebody, thought this was going to happen, was that they were going to update the combat.
Right.
For Last of Us to be the combat from Last of Us 2, since they were rebuilding it from the ground up. Like I said, I don't remember if they actually said they were going to do that, or people assumed it because they said they were rebuilding it from the ground up. But yeah, that was sort of what my understanding is. That's what the backlash was about.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if they're doing that.
Yeah, but a lot of people did point out that the accessibility features are still a massive improvement.
Yeah,
because we've come so far as like, especially first party console games in the years since the first Last of Us, for making games very accessible. So that's great by itself for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So there's about a 10-minute video on the new features of Last of Us Part 1. I'm pretty excited about the remake. I could see myself playing it again. I don't know if I'll purchase it at full price just because I have so much other stuff to play at the moment. I'm not like jonesing for it day one, but yeah,
I don't see myself buying.
I'm definitely not getting the digital special edition, which I've been burned on before. It's like, pay $10 and you get some early unlocks and levels for the the experience point system or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, I don't really need that. That's not worth $10 extra. Yeah. But there you go on that. Xbox is adding Discord call compatibility. So those of us who use Discord in games will now be able to join calls directly on your Xbox, which is a pretty nice addition.
Okay.
First console platform to do this kind of thing. And I guess the way that it works is that you get on, you transfer the call to the Xbox. There's some kind of call transferring system that you have to do.
I believe they call it transferring.
Some black magic of voodoo happening in the background. So, but that's available now. If you're
line in the other room, does it hang up?
Man, the good old days.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm on the internet. Call them later.
But if you're in the Xbox Insider ring, you can have access to that now. That is already available for you, and the rest of us get it later at some point.
Someday. Somehow.
Someday, somehow. And I wanted to mention this because I love me some asymmetrical multiplayer games.
Who doesn't?
I know, right? The game Dragon Ball The Breakers has a release date now. It's coming out October 14th. This, of course, is the asymmetrical multiplayer game where you can be
Where fights
a
last,
raider,
like, 12 weeks.
a raider versus up to 7 survivors. And, you know, there's a Dragon Ball game, but it does not feature like main Dragon Ball character. Like Goku's not really in it. You as a player,
What?
as a survivor,
Well,
you
it's like
are just a
in-universe?
regular human. You are not a Saiyan. You have no powers.
You're breaking my balls over
Why?
here.
What?
I know,
don't
right?
understand.
Isn't that weird? Yeah. And basically, it's you versus Dragon Ball villain as a raider. So they announced Frieza is going to be one of these characters that you can go up against. And Cell, I think, is the first one they announced. But yeah, you're a regular set of humans trying to repair a time rift and escape. So you have to find 5 keys in 5 different areas of the map.
Mhm.
And you can collect Dragon Balls and call in whatever the dragon's name is. I don't know.
Shenlong, I think.
It's
You have
something
to
like
defeat
that.
Shenlong to.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like Shen San or something like that. Sure, It's not. Shenlong?
Ball
I don't know.
Dragon name.
It is something like that.
Shenron.
Shenron. There you go.
Shenron.
And you can call upon Shenron and buff your buddies or take all the power for yourself.
Hello.
Wait, you can do what?
Hello,
You can buff-
nurse.
Buff your buddies. Buff
I mean,
the whole
couldn't you
party.
just couldn't you just wish your opponent was dead?
That's not one of the options in this game. Sorry.
But
That's not the option.
I mean, I
Video
don't
game
know the
logic
full-
here, Phil. Video
I don't
game
know the full
logic.
Dragon Ball rules.
Yeah. But it comes out October 14th, developed by Dimps. Dimps has done some pretty interesting
Good old
Dragon
Dimps.
Ball games in the past. And they did that Sonic Advance. Didn't they do Sonic? They did Sonic Advance.
Pretty sure.
I believe they did.
But yeah, so this comes out October 14th.
I remember that you're saying
slightly
that
interested.
the game. Did they do the first Game Boy Advance Dragon Ball game?
No.
I just remember
That was
there being
developed
so
in the
much
West.
buzz around that.
The Legacy of Goku.
Is that what it was? I remember CJ didn't like it
Yeah.
when he
It was,
reviewed
yeah, it was kind of like a adventure RPG or something.
But it was because it was a Dragon Ball game coming out because
Right.
that was not too common back then. So
No, not at all.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that one was developed in the US, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that is correct.
Not Dimps. But Dimps did later do other Dragon Ball games.
Right.
And that Ultimate Muscle game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right. So
Yeah.
I think it's time for what you've been playing. Greg, we're going to have you go first,
Nothing.
buddy.
Well, there's one game that I know we've all been playing, so I'll leave that for second. But I had a chance on my stream, my Twitch stream this Thursday for my donor demand game, where people make a donation to Extra Life on my campaign. Get to choose a game for me to stream, which you should go do, by the way. Seward.ca will take you there. And so it was Killer 7, which I thought I owned for GameCube. I realized I owned it for PlayStation 2. Pretty sure, even though the cellophane was off this thing, this is the first time I've ever opened the game. I'd never played it before. And this was one of the, I forget, was it like 5 games total that Capcom at one point announced for GameCube originally? It was like Killer 7, Beautiful Joe, the Resident Evil remake or something like that. There were 4 or 5 of them. I know at least one of them got canceled. So yeah, so this, man, I always knew the game was weird, but I was not prepared for how bizarre this game is. Very stylish. I think it's a Suda 51 game as usual. Like crazy stylish, but the whole idea is that you play a team of assassins who are actually 7 different personalities of the same person.
Mhm.
Which is weird enough in its own, but okay, cool. And they all, so sort of standard. It's basically just different avatars of the same person. Well, not of the same person. I shouldn't say that. Different avatars, so they have different abilities. Like, there are some who fire really rapidly and reload quickly, and some who there's one that uses throwing knives instead of guns, so they never have to reload. And I think there's one that's in a wheelchair, and it's just different. But what I didn't realize before I played it was that it's like a rail shooter, kind of.
Yeah,
Not
kind of
exactly
like
that, but you're stuck on a rail. So and then you get to junctions and you get to choose where to go. So if you're in a hallway, you don't push forward to go forward, and you can't freely move around. You literally hold the equivalent of accelerator to make your character move forward. And then if you hit a junction, then they'll pop up on screen and you choose what direction you're going to go. If there's someone to talk to, you'll choose to talk to them. And then if you want to turn around, you pull down on the D-pad and your character will do a 180, and then you can advance in the opposite direction. Excuse me. And when there are enemies to fight, it turns into a shooter, a first-person shooter, but you can't move. You can aim, but you can't move. And actually, as I was playing it, I think that was the thing that really bothered me about it the most. The weirdness surrounding it. Again, super stylish. I love the way it looked. I love the idea of it. I could deal with the navigation and the way it was set up, but the shooting, either I clearly wasn't doing it right, or it's just bad. I can't figure it out. But you're stationary. You're stuck in a spot when you shoot, unless you exit that view and run away. And the whole idea for the hour and a half that I played is that you'd have to shoot everything before it got to you. So very light gun shooter. And somebody made a comment in the chat while I was playing that this game would be so much better as a light gun shooter. It would be great to see that hacked to do so. And there is actually a PC version of it, so you could probably do it as a first-person shooter with a mouse. It'll be way more playable like that too. On the PlayStation 2, it was rough. It was too clunky for its own good as far as those controls went. But it's interesting and it's different and it's weird. And if you're into that sort of thing, I guess it's worth checking out, because it definitely will defy your expectations. There were other people in the chat who just basically said this is the game that is the reason why I play the weirdest things I can find, because I'm trying to recapture the magic of this. But it also felt like you don't have, it gives you very little direction. It just sort of throws you into this area and it's okay, go and figure it out. And you'll get to areas where you can't do anything, and then you realize, okay, I need to find one of my other personas and unlock them and come back here. So it's kind of got a bit of an adventure game vibe to it, but very, very obtuse. And I had a couple of people who clearly had the game memorized who were helping me along, and I remarked at the end of my stream, it's I liked this. I think I liked this way more because I wasn't stuck for very long ever, because somebody would just say, go do this, right? Which the game doesn't do for you. So, but again, if you like that kind of thing, if you like weird, obtuse game fans rejoice.
I played this back in the day.
Yeah.
This is a beloved classic, though.
Didn't care for it.
I think it's a beloved classic by a very specific group. and I can understand why, because again, it's it has a very clear vision and they go for it, and you kind of have to respect that, right? You don't have to like it as a game, but you got to respect it. So, which is again, that's a very, I think it was a Grasshopper manufacturer did this one as well. So, that's kind of their thing. They're games that resonate with me, but
I've played a couple Suda51 games.
Yeah.
And every time I have, I've enjoyed everything about the game except for the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I previously played through on, and I haven't really talked about it here, but I previously played through No More Heroes. on the Wii, and the reason I played through that is because a friend of the show, Scoop Jessica, had made a bunch of donations, and it's like her favorite game ever. So she's like, I really want you to play through this, and she's always in the chat. And it actually led to some really interesting conversations in the chat because of it's a weird game, love it or hate it. It is what it is, and again, a very specific vision, and they go for it. But on top of that, it's also a Wii game, so we were getting into a lot of Wii remote functionality and whether it actually adds anything to the game and all that. It was kind of fun to play through something like that with a group of people who didn't all necessarily agree with each other, but who were also generally civil to one another about it, as opposed to the regular video game discourse that you have, which is like every hill is the hill you die on, and if you like a little thing that I don't, then you're an idiot, that sort of thing. So we ended up really enjoying that, and I would go back and play this again, but only if I had these people in the chat to guide me, because I could see I didn't like it enough to be stuck somewhere for an hour and continue playing.
Yeah.
But again, Suda 51.
Yeah, this was part of the Capcom 5. Those games are PN03, Beautiful
Terrible
Joe,
game.
Resident Evil 4, Killer 7, and a game called Dead Phoenix that never actually came out.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yep. That was big news back in the day.
Indeed, yeah.
So the other game that I've been playing is, I think, the game we've all been playing, which is like the game. Right?
What?
It's the cat game.
Hey. What did you just? Did you forget the name of the game?
No,
for a second.
I sprung a leak.
Oh,
that's how you call kitties.
That's not how I call kitties.
Well, that's because you suck.
It's more like a.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's how you call.
You guys are weird.
That's how you call a cat in the United States of America.
And we all know how it's going down there.
Yeah,
why are you?
Cats show up.
Did you just salute with 3 fingers?
No, 4.
No,
it's 4. Okay.
Yeah.
He's flashing.
They got lost in your forehead. So
there's a lot to get lost in.
You're, as my son would say, your 5 head.
Your son is mean.
It's not. Well, I have a 20 head.
Why is your son so mean?
My hairline doesn't start till my back.
Oh.
CJ knows. He's a swimmer.
I do know.
He used to shave all the girls' backs in high school. So.
That's right. Sure did. No, I didn't.
Yeah, so Stray came out.
Stray, yes.
I finished it.
Did you now?
I did.
How long
did you speed run through it?
It took me way more than the 3 hours people are saying it takes.
Who's saying that it's 3 hours?
There was somebody complaining on Twitter, and it was sort of getting around. Our co-host Mike pointed out that he would absolutely pay money for more 3-hour games, but this is not a 3-hour game. I don't know. I didn't look. I don't know if there's a clock in it. I didn't look at it, but I'd say it probably took 5 or 6 hours.
And if every game was 3 hours long and cost $30,
so many games.
Exactly.
Yeah, as opposed to
in the world.
Hundreds of hours for $100. Nope.
I'm down. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get too deep into this, I am still in the slums.
You have a long way to go, my friend.
I am past the slums, but just barely.
Let's not get too spoilery, because I have been. My problem is I'm very thoroughly searching.
So I would say that's the only snag, and this isn't a complaint, but because of the viewpoint of the game. So of course, for anyone who doesn't know about this game, and I honestly can't imagine how you don't at this point, but you play from the view. You play as a cat.
Yes,
you are the stray in the title, and you sort of fall into this dead world. Basically, humans are extinct, and you're in this like dome where all of these helper robots that were literally created as manual labor robots have taken on the lifestyles of the humans that are gone. Like they've developed emotions and all that sort of thing. But you you see the whole world from the viewpoint of this cat. So it's very adventure game. I don't know if you feel this way too, Phil, but like I felt like I was just playing a 3D adventure game, like a point and click style.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Definitely.
absolutely.
Like you run over here and you talk to this guy because you end up getting a little drone eventually that translates the speech of the robot so that the cat can understand it. You talk to this guy and it's like, boy, I'm really cold. I wish I had a quilt. And there's this lady that knits quilts, so you got to go get a
cord.
wire for her to knit.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of stuff like that, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's great, but because of the fact that it's a very vertical world.
Mm-hmm.
And that you're looking at from about 8 inches off the ground at all times, it's really easy to get lost. I found in the game.
Yeah, at least my first lap around the slums, I was getting lost quite a bit.
Right.
But by the end of my time there, I pretty much knew where I was going.
Yeah, I'm pretty well versed on traversing the slums.
Plus, you can have the robot read the signs for you.
Well, yeah, and I kind of, as I was getting better at it, the other thing I realized is that they really want you to get up onto the rooftops.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too.
And sort of, get your bearings at all times. So
Mhm.
once I kind of sorted that out, I love the robot designs. They all have basically CRT monitors for faces.
Or monitor.
Yeah, and
they're Lord Conti.
yeah, there was actually a game for the original Xbox that I remember going and seeing a preview version of, and I meant to go look it up before we recorded, and I just didn't have the time. I went to LA while I was at the magazine and saw a preview version of this game, and it was like a space shooter, I think, and you were fighting this sort of cult, and they all had CRT monitors for faces.
Yeah,
and I always thought that was a really cool idea.
Hmm.
But yeah, and yeah, you're just trying to. They're trapped in this dome, and I won't say why because that's a big part of the story. But that Phil, I don't think has yet.
All I know is I'm trying to get up to the surface.
Yeah,
to
and you will
reunite
be
with my
for the
kitty
next 4
family.
hours. Yeah, but there's a lot of variety there. Once you get out of the slums,
Mhm.
it's not just sort of a point and click adventure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's more to it.
Well, there are bits where you're trying to run away or at least corral your way away from these little enemies.
Yeah, what are they called?
Right.
Zerks or something?
Zerks, yeah.
Yeah, Zerks. Which again, they explain what those are eventually. I don't know that you've gotten to that point yet, Phil.
No,
yeah.
There are a couple areas there where you have to do some crowd control and kind of run around obstacles and confuse them, which is kind of fun.
They're pretty cool puzzles.
Luckily, it doesn't overstay that in the slums. Like it has just enough of that, or it doesn't feel tacked on.
I really like the length of the game because of exactly that. I feel like if they had padded it out more, we would have been repeating the same thing over again too much.
Yeah.
Or they would have had to make the areas so big that they would be really confusing, or the puzzles so crazy that they would be frustrating, right? Which none of that happens. I mean, I could absolutely see people getting stuck on some of these, but for the most part, it's very light. I love that it's not combat oriented. I don't think you ever actually. I don't think you ever actually fight anything. It's just a unique idea that I really end up really liking.
Looks great too.
You know what it looks like when you get out of the slum? Well, even when you're in the slums, but when you get out of the slums, and you've probably seen these areas anyway, Phil, because they're like the teaser areas that we saw back when this game was first being announced. Man, I would love to see someone do a fully 3D Blade Runner game using these area designs, because especially when you get into the more colorful areas, that's all I could think of the whole time was like, man, this looks so much like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely has that vibe.
Yeah. But I don't want to say much more because you're not very far.
Okay. It's great though. I'm really loving it. It is.
Yeah.
It is cute. It is charming. It's creepy.
Yep.
And
it is. I had something happen to me in my game. I think I ran into a bug. I think this is just a bug. But anyway, like I went to
they're called Zerks.
Zerks. Yeah, we already covered this.
Yeah.
Seamus's house. You know who Seamus is in the game?
Is this
Seamus is
What does he do?
his father is the doctor or whatever.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I know who you're
Anyway,
talking about.
you go to his house and you get something from him and then go on your way.
Mhm.
Anyway, like when I left his apartment, there was just standing in the middle of the walkway part of a model of one of the robots. I think it was the hood.
You posted this on Twitter, right?
I posted this on Twitter.
Yeah.
It was the hood and like the little leg
Oh yeah, right.
bandage just floating in midair, not doing anything. And my daughter was watching me play and she's like, that's creepy. I was like, what is this? Like, can I interact with this? I couldn't interact with it. So I assume it's a bug. But but yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't run into any bugs the whole time I went through that I noticed anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, that sounds like a bug.
What you should have said, CJ, was when your daughter called it out, just been like, what are you talking about?
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything there.
Is there something on the screen? I don't
Yeah, I'm not aware of anything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Do you still see it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you
We
still
did have
see it
one of our
tonight?
cats watch the game while we were playing. Jelly Bean just like sat and watched the screen while we were playing.
Our cat got real interested in it too. Because one of the things is that it has a meow button.
Yes,
Yeah,
button.
the kids love that.
You can press the circle button and your cat will meow.
Well, it also comes out of the DualSense speaker.
It does. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So I'm sure you two have experienced this certainly, but if you've not played the game yet, there are certain areas as you're exploring around that you can interact with. Like if you see a rug inside a house, you can press the triangle button and it'll prompt you to kind of like scratch your claws on it to kind of like sharpen the claws, and just you leave little claw marks on the rug or on an arm of a couch or something.
Yeah.
But there are also sometimes you'll find like a little pile of piddles.
Pile of
Pillows.
pillows. And
That
you can curl up.
You can curl up and take a little nap on.
Yeah.
And when you do that, your controller will start vibrating like a little purring kitten, and you'll hear the little purr noises coming out of the controller, and it is the absolute cutest thing. It is so charming.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing it last night, and our cat came down, and so I started making the cat meow, and apparently they actually sampled like an actual cat meowing for the game.
Oh yeah, I assumed all of
I would
that.
imagine.
All of the meows
Well,
and
you-
everything are samples.
You mean they didn't just hire Frank Welker to do it?
Yeah, exactly. Or
Like-
Michael Winslow. of,
Nice.
of Police
Good.
Academy fame.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
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 You mean Spaceballs?
Yeah, sure. and yeah, she started paying a lot of attention. She actually kind of wandered over to our entertainment unit and stood up and
No.
was
Yeah.
we have a shelf right below the TV that has all our systems on it. And so it's kind of full. There's not a lot of room for a cat to jump up, but she was very desperately trying to figure out like, how can I get up on this table? I gotta get up.
Got to see
closer
this
the
game.
screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very cute. So
How do you feel about because the value proposition is something that is being hotly debated on the internet because this is a $30 game.
yeah, that's cheap.
Which,
What a bargain.
Right. But then you can get this as a free game as part of PlayStation Plus. It's part of the extra tier, not
And
the
it's actually
premium
cheaper
tier.
to upgrade than it is to buy the game, is it not?
In some instances, it might
Yeah.
be. But yeah, so there was a bit of a debate on the internet about $30 for 6 hours of entertainment or whatever. And personally, I'm fine with that.
That's great.
Like a concise game that tells a fun story that's, plays this cat. Sure, I'm into it. I'm down.
Yeah.
It's $5
But for
an
some
hour.
people, they need more, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's fine. That's great. There are a lot of people who are served by the whole $100 game, hundreds of hours. Actually,
Right.
speaking of, Speaking of Scoop Jessica, earlier she tweeted something this week about Breath of the Wild, where she was saying like all these people out here basically saying like I want more 3-hour video game experiences, and here I am with Breath of the Wild running out of things to do. There are some people who absolutely
Right.
just dive into a game and spend hundreds of hours on it, and that's great. That's their choice. But I personally am way more into something that's linear and short that I can finish in a week or so, and I'm satisfied with that, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Why not both?
there are ample
Exactly.
50, 60, 80-hour games out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm far more likely to finish a game if it is 3 or 5 or 6 hours.
As long as it's less than 20, I'm more likely to finish it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm loving it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm loving my Stray.
Yes.
I might.
If I left the slums, how much more game do I have left there, Greg?
You're about a third of the way through.
Third of the way. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
I would say, yeah.
I'm enjoying this game so much I might actually buy the physical version as well.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I'm playing it through the
PlayStation Plus.
premium.
No, extra.
Extra.
It's an extra game, not premium.
Come up with better names, Sony.
Premium is your classic catalog and your streaming, your PlayStation Now, basically.
What are there? Are there three?
There's
are there
three.
3 tiers?
Essential, extra, and premium. Yeah,
There are 3 tiers:
3 tiers. Yeah,
bronze, silver, gold.
done.
There you go.
I don't know.
Right,
You know
but
what?
they don't want to make any of the tiers seem like a
Sounds a little
lesser.
Silver,
simple.
gold, platinum. If you want to avoid bronze sounding
They
bad.
don't want to. They don't want to make any tiers seem lesser, though.
Oh my god!
They
Well,
have
that's
essential and
great,
extra, and
awesome,
premium.
super cool. It's like what does that mean? Which one's is awesome? Better
One of them's
than
always
super
going to
cool?
sound worse than the other one.
Ah, so stupid. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm playing it through the PlayStation Plus, whatever it's called. But I think I might actually buy the physical, just because I'm enjoying it that much.
There you go.
Support the company.
Yeah. Annapurna.
Wow.
I gotcha.
I see what you did there.
I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty great.
I'm the first one to make that joke.
Yep.
You really?
Person. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, get on Twitter.
We
Tweet that
checked.
out quick. You'll go virus.
I think we just got a show name. at the very
Virus.
least. You'll go virus.
I think that's a show title.
It took
right
me a while. Yep.
there. Yeah.
Uh,
All right, Phil.
what?
What do you got for us?
Goodness me, you startled
Oh.
me.
Gosh.
I was playing Stray. That's really about it. Although, you know what I did do? I did
Did you do?
purchase. I have not played it yet because I've been so distracted with the little bit of Stray I've been playing. But I did pick up a game for my Oculus Quest
2.
2, but
MetaQuest 2.
MetaQuest 2 now it's called. Don't change the name of a system after I bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
Sega didn't have the Genesis out for a year and then go like, hey, you know what, Mega Drive does sound
To be
better.
fair,
Let's do that.
in South Korea they did, but it wasn't Sega. It was Samsung.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was called the Super Game Boy when it came out in South Korea,
Oh, yeah, that's
and then
right.
it changed into the Super Aladdin Boy.
I learned that recently.
I bet you there was a good show on YouTube that gave you that information.
I was watching Kron Sega, I think it
Yep.
was.
That's probably it.
I was watching Generation 16. I got early access to a video as a Patreon supporter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what a deal. What
Sounds like a
bargain.
bargain at twice the price.
Yeah, cheap, let me tell you.
Oh.
But I picked up for my Quest. Moss 2 finally came out.
Moss Book 2.
Oh,
Moss Book
buckle
2.
up.
It's a
What
book.
great game.
Yes.
I picked it up the other day. I haven't tried it yet, but it is it's look at that. If you look, you can actually see my Quest case
Your
right
case.
behind me there.
I saw
There
that
it
when
is.
you started
Yeah.
up.
It's not actually in the case. It's over there plugged in, charging up. But,
See.
actually, wait. Oh, there it is right there. Behind the telescope. There it is. It's charging.
See it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But right in there, right in there, I got Moss Book 2 ready to play. I'm I love Moss.
Me too.
You're gonna love
Very
it
excited.
too.
Yeah.
The biggest problem you have right now is that you've got Stray and Moss to play through.
I know. It's like a game of cat and mouse over here. I can't.
Yeah. I feel like we worked together on that pretty well. I think, I mean, it was a good spontaneous bit. I'm happy with
Comedy duo, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we ditched this CJ guy. You and I go off, do our own thing. That's all we got to do.
Shh, he's listening.
See, he's gone now.
Oh, okay.
He left. We'll
After the show.
We're gonna do like a.
Oh, he really left.
CJ just flat out hung up.
Screw you guys. Jerks.
Oh.
You guys are jerks.
Well, now we got to start coming up with a name for our vaudeville
gosh.
act. What do we? Oh, he's scared. Hey, CJ, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi,
man. How you
CJ.
been?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Cool. No, great.
Not
we're
thinking of doing
good.
your own show, are you?
No.
Good.
We were just talking about how much we miss you.
I'm back. Hi, everybody.
That gag will not work on the audio podcast.
No, it won't.
Tell you what, CJ.
Yeah,
It's absolutely true that Greg and I are branching off to do our own show instead.
I hope so.
We are, however, still in need of an editor. So
I
Yeah.
won't be doing that. Nope.
I don't.
We don't pay anything.
But the exposure you're gonna get.
Yeah, you can work for
Oh, damn.
exposure.
Exposure.
Yeah. We.
Nice.
You know what? I'll follow you on Twitter.
You don't want us exposing ourselves.
No.
Oh my goodness. So I got Moss Book 2, and I'm very, very excited.
Moss Book 2.
I loved Moss. I still love Moss.
Mm-hmm.
And why wouldn't you? It's a great
It
great
really
game.
is. Oh my gosh.
Really great.
Yeah.
Talk about charming.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise.
For real.
So cute.
I enjoyed that so much that how much is that on Oculus now?
I think
it was $30.
it may have been 40.
At least.
Since I already
It may have been 40.
I already bought it once. So
Because I went to buy it and a little coupon code popped up and it was like, ooh, take 30% off your next app purchase.
right.
That's lucky. It's $39.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus
So,
I got the 30% off. So
I think if it goes on sale, I might grab it just to have it on Oculus, just because it's so much more convenient to play it on
Absolutely.
Oculus
No
than it is
cords,
on
man.
PS5.
I'm sure it'll look better than
Oh God,
PS4.
yeah. Yeah. Although it still looked great on PSVR. I have no
I'm
real
sure,
complaints there. But
I mean, the first game looked great on
Yeah.
PlayStation VR.
yeah.
I only
So-
played it on Oculus. I don't know.
But that's that's really all I've done this week. What
Okay.
about you, CJ?
Well, let me tell you not about what I've been playing, but what my daughter's been playing.
Oh,
She has gone whole hog into Breath of the Wild. And I think I
Nice.
mentioned this on the show that I
that would have
bought,
been
like,
much funnier if that was if she had been playing the Peppa Pig game.
Mhm.
I think I mentioned that I bought her the strategy guide.
Oh, okay.
And she's been like just pouring over that. And she and a friend of hers from school are basically like racing to get to the end, I think.
Oh.
Although I don't know why. Why would you do that? But right now she's focusing on trying to get the Master Sword. And you have to have a certain number of hearts before you can
Oh.
get the Master Sword. Right, in Breath of the Wild. So she is on a quest. She's doing shrines right now to get the requisite number of hearts so that she can get the stuff. And she is like running over and showing me every time she has like
Aw.
defeated a guardian or a Lionel or all this stuff. And I caught her this morning playing with the amiibo, just like acting out a scene or something. Like walked
Look at
past her
that.
room, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She sort of
What
like
are you
hid them,
doing
like
with that? It's mine.
like the scene in Spaceballs where he like
I
hides
didn't
his.
see you playing with your dolls again.
Exactly. It was very much like that, where she just sort of tried to play it off like she wasn't just playing with these.
That's awesome.
She was very
They
clearly doing that.
enjoy it while they still remain children.
I know. But she's just been so into Breath of the Wild, and so much that she wanted the DLC, the Champions DLC, the extra stuff. But she hasn't finished the game yet either. But
So you told her she's not allowed.
Yeah.
not
Get
allowed.
good,
No,
noob.
get good.
Earn that
Exactly.
DLC.
Exactly.
Nothing comes free.
That's right. But she's having a blast playing it. Although she has, we have had to like tell her like when she gets frustrated in the game to just like put it down and go do something else for a while and come back to it. Right? Don't just like get game over after game over. And there was one point where she threw her Switch down on the couch and accidentally spilled a drink in the process. So she lost her Switch for like half the day.
Yeah.
Lost all device access for half the day.
Oh my goodness.
But you gotta teach, like, don't rage quit. Just no raging over the games. Just, you're frustrated, play something else for a while and come back. Or in Zelda's case, like, do something else for a little while and come back to that shrine or whatever. So
there you go.
It's a good time. And I've also been playing Fortnite. They had the summer event started last week, and this is the first time that I've been experiencing a summer event in Fortnite. So they have all these fun quests and things to do in the game to get a bunch of cosmetic stuff. Yeah, so I'm doing a bunch of that. I did get my Batman costume. Had fun. I'm having fun.
And you've been playing Fortnite too.
I'm playing Fortnite, exactly. Yeah, and also wearing a Batman costume. But I'm still loving the zero build mode. Zero build is awesome. I've accidentally gone into the building mode a couple of times, and I hate
accidentally
scream and leave as fast as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. I just don't like it. Yeah, because you shoot somebody and they just build a house around themselves.
Yeah,
it's like I can't do that fast. Yeah. But I also played some Fall Guys. So I played some Fall Guys. Sean Capri, who does the Xbox Drive and the Nintendo Drive and We the Gamercast, he was doing a Saturday night stream last night, and he had his viewers.
That checks out.
Yep. He had his viewers join him for some Fall Guys. So we had a group of about 12 to 13 people playing Fall Guys, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I did buy the Godzilla cosmetics that came out in the shop last week.
I did log on to Fall Guys, and I picked up the Mothra and King Ghidorah outfits.
Yeah.
I already had the two Godzillas. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you did?
Look at this. Look at this. I'm wearing my Mothra shirt today.
There you go.
By sheer coincidence.
I ended up buying Godzilla and Mothra separately.
Oh, okay.
Because together, like, the two packs that they were offering was like $36 worth of virtual currency. I was like, I don't think I'm into Fall Guys enough for that.
No.
But so I spent $20 instead and just bought the two skins that I'll actually use, Mothra and Godzilla. So,
you know what else I bought?
What's that?
I bought some Fall Guys merchandise. This week. Did you see this?
No, I don't think I did.
I tweeted about this a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So
maybe I did see this.
They have made a Fall Guys plush of the Fall Guy, the titular Fall Guy,
the fallen guy
in the Godzilla skin.
Oh,
it's like a foot tall Godzilla Fall Guys plush.
Okay.
So I picked it up.
That's awesome.
I'm very excited. So
Yeah. I love it.
I don't know when it's shipping.
Oh, there we go. I see it. Fallguys.store.
Yes.
You ordered it.
It looks pretty
Okay.
nice though, right?
It does. Yeah, I like it.
It's a
Yeah.
cute little plush. So
Yes, indeed.
very excited.
Yeah.
Is that all you've
Well,
been
that
playing?
brought that conversation to a screeching halt.
That's pretty much all I've been
Good
playing.
job,
Yeah, I've not gone back to Sea of Thieves in a while because they delayed their new
Gasp.
season. Their new season was supposed to start last week, but now it isn't coming out until August 4th. So it's kind of
How dare they?
they have delayed the new season by like 6 or 8 weeks by this point. So there's not any real new content to play. So that's
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm spending my time in Fortnite instead. All right. I guess
you know
that's
what?
it for what you've been playing. What's that?
You were talking
Phil.
about picking up the Breath of the Wild strategy guide for your daughter
Yeah.
earlier,
Yeah.
which reminded me. Did you guys see the new information out of the San Diego Comic Convention regarding the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga?
I haven't
collection?
watched that yet.
I forgot to put that on the news outline,
yeah.
but yes, share, Phil. What is the news? Tell us.
Well, Chris Kohler, who of course has worked on this collection, he was at Comic-Con showing it off with I forget who it was from Konami, and also Kevin Eastman, who is of course one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And they were showing off new details. Did we mention did we know the release date last week?
No, we did not.
No, we did not.
Okay. So it's end of August?
Yes.
Yes.
23rd, I want to say. Let me see.
Is it?
Oh, sorry, 30th.
Okay. You were
August
a week
30th.
off.
That was a week off.
So August 30th, very exciting. And yeah, they were showing off some of the new features, and one of those things is that they have like interactive strategy guides for, is it all the games?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Did you not see
that's
this?
awesome. I did not see this. No.
Yeah, they have like I saw a couple screenshots of just like, you pause the game, I guess, and you can bring up a little strategy guide. The couple screens I saw were from the arcade game, and it's just like, here's some strategies for beating
Here's how
this
to do
boss that you're on.
strategy.
They have like a
Cool.
they have like a little like this set of, and then it's written kind of tongue in cheek, but like, here's a set of rules for when you're playing the game with your buddies, and there's a pizza on the screen. Here's the list to go down to decide who gets the pizza and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds great. It's starting to sound like it's going to set a new standard for this kind of collection.
It really seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Very
very
excited.
excited about this collection. So I'm looking forward to. Oh my gosh, we're sharing a screen.
Wow, CJ's.
There you go.
Look at this.
Damn, son.
For all you I mean, this means nothing if you're watching this or if you're listening to this just audio, but if you're watching our YouTube,
We got the tweet pulled up.
this is the only way to browse Twitter.
Yep.
Is
Through the
a
Player One
YouTube
podcast.
video of a podcast.
That's right. Yeah, they're showing
If you're not
off
doing it this
the,
way, what are you doing?
Right?
the original arcade game. Yeah.
How great
And they
is
have
that?
turtle tips.
Turtle tips.
Yeah.
And
it's all like
leadership
fully illustrated,
lessons.
like it's professionally laid out. It's not just like text boxes. It actually looks like a
Yeah.
scan from a non-existent strategy guide.
From back in the
Back in
late
the day.
80s, early
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, it does very much
I
look
bought this strategy guide at Babbage's back in the day.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, and you
Yep.
can also do the rewind and save state stuff, that you would expect from a collection like this.
Yeah.
So.
I think they added with the tournament fighter games.
Mhm.
I believe you can
Good
now play
gameplay?
as the bosses.
Oh, it's Championship
Oh.
Edition.
Yeah, which you couldn't you couldn't in the original versions of them, so now you can play as the bosses if you want, and yeah, so
Cool.
they're doing some really nice stuff with this
Snap,
collection.
what is this?
I'm super hyped.
Look at this.
Oh my
DJ's
gosh,
just showing us his browser screen now.
it's
It
a
is
map.
a
cool.
map from the NES game.
I really hope it looks like it's a bunch of Polaroids laid out together, like the old days.
It kind of does look like that.
It kind of does
might
look like
be.
that a little bit.
That's hilarious.
Man, that's
great.
bringing me back.
And it's all black and white for some reason. To make the
Well,
icons,
most of that world is
sure.
gray anyway.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very, very stoked for Cowabunga collection.
Yes. What platform are you going to get that for? Switch?
I believe I have it. I have the big collector's edition pre-ordered on Switch, and then I also have the PS5 version, just the bare bones
Oh, okay.
of that. So,
So I have it
I'm
for
double
both.
dipping.
Double dipping.
Although I'll be honest, I'm probably triple dipping because I'm probably going to get the digital Switch version just to have it on the machine at all times.
Of course. Yeah.
So
What if you're having a rooftop party and suddenly
Thank
Karen
you.
shows up and you want to
yeah,
play Turtles the arcade game? Boom.
exactly. It's right there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where it's inevitable that this collection's going to go away at some point
because of licensing.
Yeah. Licensing will force this thing to go away. So I'm like, I should probably get it while I can. I might even break down and get the Xbox One at some point. But getting it at least on those two for now.
So are you going to get through Turtles NES again? You're going to play through it
a second time?
Yeah, that's what I said again. Nice humble brag there, but I did say again. Yeah,
that's right. Maybe
with save states.
I was gonna say if it has save states and rewind, I'll probably do it. It's not that long.
The way I got the way I got through the NES version back in the day was
Game
by
Genie?
using a Nintendo Power tip where there was like a sewer level you could go through to farm the scroll weapon.
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that.
I remember this vividly.
Yeah,
and too.
And you get like I think 99 was the max.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then that really helps you towards the end of the game, especially with
you
Shredder.
Still got to get through the dam. The dam's always the moment that I found. I mean, I think I did it once.
Yeah.
But it was just like, and I know that people can do it, but there's no way you could ever claim that's not a difficult area.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to screw up.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. So that's where I think that's where save states and rewind will. That section alone, just being able to save state and rewind your way through that will be like, yes, okay, I'm good.
I see my good pal Bill Mudron in the chat is asking if there's any interest in getting the Shredder's Revenge box set, which today as we record it's the final day that you can pre-order that on limited run. Did you guys get that, or are you?
No, I
did not. No.
Oh, really?
No,
I did.
I'm past special edition box set stuff.
Well, I mean,
I just don't do it anymore.
You don't even have to get the special edition. You can just buy the bare bones cart.
Yeah, I bought the digital version. I'm fine.
Okay. I did. I bought a physical copy, and again because it's one of those like this is gonna go away at some point.
Right.
I did buy the Switch version. I did not get the big set of that, just because I'm not. There's one thing I'm interested in that big box set, which is the strategy guide.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not paying the.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Charging.
I was with the Monkey Island release that they did. Yeah. I was super interested in the book that Jeremy Parrish did.
Yep.
But I'm not paying what was like $200.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a classic, like locking one piece of content that everybody would want.
Right.
Behind if they put that on sale separately, I would have bought it day one.
Yeah.
Like just to have that book.
The Turtles set, it's like I would like to get the strategy guide for it, but I don't want the pins and I don't want the little mini
Right.
arcade unit that just plays the game's intro.
Right.
And I don't want the shadow box. I
Yeah.
just want the book, but whatever.
Now, I say all that and that I don't buy physical that much anymore. As soon as Prize Fighter goes on sale, I'm buying it. So,
Yeah.
I did buy the mid-tier Shredder's Revenge just because I wanted the steel book.
Sure. Wasn't the Pizza Hut coupon? Or is
Well, that comes in the regular version too.
Okay.
So
I would love at some point, we'll never get this, the number of those that were printed versus the number of those that were actually used.
Yeah.
Oh, redeemed. Yeah.
It'll be 0.0001% or something like that. Like
I think when they announced it, I tweeted about that where it's like it's a great deal for Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Because it's
they'll never have to. Yeah.
It's a free ad in every game. You get free advertising because everyone's on social media talking about how awesome it is the Pizza Hut's doing it.
Putting pictures up.
And they're not going to have to give away a single free pizza.
Right.
That's right.
Or if they do, it's going to be a vanishingly small number.
Yeah.
So
I'd do it.
That ruins the value.
Who cares about
that
value?
coupon's going to
Who even opens the games they buy from limited run?
That's it.
What is it? So you may see it here in the background, but I have it that Luigi's Mansion 3 statue.
I am jealous of that.
Which went on sale on Amazon. It was only like $55 or something like that. So I bought it, and it comes in a nice box or whatever, but with like a holographic numbered thing on it, and you open it up and they're like, you can create a background for it and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not interested in any of that. I just want the figure. I'm not going to display this thing in the box at all. Like, I just want the Luigi with the poltergust. Yeah, that's because I'm a sucker. Exactly. That's why I bought the Luigi holding the vacuum.
Oh, I see.
Yep, I get it. It's good. See, another bit.
Yeah.
We're on fire tonight.
This is pretty good.
Yes. I think we should just close it out while we're on top. Just go out on top here.
You should have done that like 800 episodes ago.
It's true. It's true. All right. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening.
We're not even doing tweets.
We're not doing tweets?
No. I said we're going out on top.
We're only at $1.12, man. We got to fill some time here.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening.
Wow.
If you have any questions for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com, where you'll find our contact information. You will find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, and you'll also find Generation 16 episodes as they happen.
Which the new one, if you're watching this on YouTube, goes live tomorrow. And if you're listening to this in podcast form, it went live yesterday.
Oh, very exciting stuff.
Yes.
And you will also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about on the show. Yeah. Like the Lego Atari 2600. Yeah. And don't forget, we do have a Discord server where you'll be able to talk about video games and Fortnite and what you've been watching.
Totally missed out on an option, a chance there to say video games and video game accessories.
Propane and propane accessories. You can talk about all that stuff on our Discord server. Information, of course, is on our website, but you can discuss this episode there with us and our other listeners.
This CJ clearly has something to do later tonight.
Yeah.
Busy guy.
Yeah. He's getting us out of here fast.
Yeah.
If you would like to subscribe, just gonna drag this out for like 20 minutes.
Wow.
We could have done like 5 tweets in the time it's going to take me to do this outro.
Mhm.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting
Why wouldn't
player1podcast.com or
you?
by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch televisions, all over the darn place. Just follow our Twitter account, which is at P1 Podcast, to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is Sunday nights at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. All them copies of Cowabunga Collection ain't gonna pay for themselves, friends. That's not true. CJ wouldn't let me steal any of our funds to fund my turtle
Turtle addiction.
curiosity.
That sounds a little. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if that's the wording you should go with.
I don't like to tell people about it. I kind of try to keep it
Feels more of a show, not tell kind of guy.
my secret turtle over here.
You're Turt curious?
Well,
Turt curious.
Turtius.
Kurt
The guy I
Dirtius?
went to high school with. He's actually doing pretty well for himself these days.
Works at UPS. Wears a brown shirt.
Because a turd.
Because a turd. Yeah.
Turds, I get. Yeah, okay. That's how he got his name.
See what Brown can do for you.
Oh, ew.
That's their slogan.
Jeez.
That's UPS's.
Man. I'll tell you what, your Patreon funds do help support our show. They help keep this going, if that's what you want. Helps keep us live streaming every week, all that sort of stuff. I'll tell you what, though, if you are a Patreon friend of the $5 tier,
Cheap.
you gain access to a special bonus episode every week. We record it right after this. We play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all that stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ,
Yes.
do we have a game this week?
We do have a game, Phil.
What is it?
It is from hacker alias Mr. Nelson, and he has sent us a Game Pro review quiz.
Game Pro. Ooh, this is new.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it's a Jeopardy quiz.
It is a Jeopardy quiz, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because usually we do like a review quiz or a Jeopardy thing. So this is like the best of both worlds
That's right.
for all you trekkers out there. And I'll tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to patreon.com/Greg Seward. That's Seward with only one T. It's at the end.
At the end.
It's not Stewart.
Yeah.
You dopes. It's Seward. Where you can help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series. CJ
Bastard.
really like that one.
I love it.
We all saw it coming from a mile away, but CJ's still dying.
I saw it coming. I was just waiting for it, and there it was.
And it is outstanding.
Yeah.
Web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Stega Genesis.
Did you say the Stegogenesis?
No, it's Sega, you fool.
I mean, your nickname on the
Yeah.
the Discord is Stewie.
It's true.
So
That's
you
true,
are
yes.
you're misleading people.
Yeah.
Yes, that will go to support not only Generation 16, but also my 3 times a week Twitch streams and all the other videos that I post on my YouTube channel, including stuff like the top 100 list, the Let's Read videos, the racing videos, the what you've been playing videos, and anything else that comes to mind. I'm sure we'll be doing some Genesis 2 videos, Genesis Mini 2 videos when the time comes. And if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 variety,
Also cheap.
also cheap, you
Also
gain
cheap.
access to the vlog series called The Weekly Commute, where I talk about the generation of this content. What's going on with the latest video of Generation, or the latest episode of Generation 16, the research involved, any other production notes that I have for any of the videos I'm working on, as well as just general stuff like going through my game collection and talking about some of my fond memories of very specific titles. This past week, I was talking about Castlevania Symphony of the Night and how it was the first PlayStation 1 game I imported because all of us were racing to be the first to review it on gamingage.com, which is, of course, where I got my start before I moved on to Ziff Davis.
Wow.
Stuff like that. So please consider supporting the content that I continue to create.
Very nice. I did watch a new video on the Patreon the
What'd
other
you
day,
think?
Greg. The was it like an hour long?
It was. It's a full review of the Genesis and Mega Drive in 1990.
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Thanks.
It was as they say, outstanding.
Aw, thanks.
So, check it out if you haven't, friendos. Is that it?
I think that's it.
We got
Yep.
it?
Apparently, according to CJ, we're done.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Twitter people. Maybe next time.
Probably not.
That's all right.
CJ,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil.
Of course. Anything for you, dude. Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Oh gosh, that's very kind of you. And of course, thank you.
You.
Yu Yu Hakusho? Yeah, they're doing a live action version of that.
Stop.
Wait, are they?
Yes. Netflix.
What? Where'd you
Yeah.
hear this?
Comic-Con?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
I think they announced it a while back. Yeah.
What's anime loving prospector think about that?
There we go. Oh, I see. You see what
Well-
Phil's doing here? Nice. Backdoor in the Twitter.
No comment.
I guess he has no opinion.
Yep.
No comment.
My goodness, the worst improv partner. Ever.
Yeah.
So CJ, tell me, what's the anime loving prospector have to say about this?
Nope.
I don't know.
No comment.
No comment. Well, I have no comment.
Well.
There he is.
I don't speculate on rumor. Anyway. Thank you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners. Every single one of you. Please, as always, take care of yourself. Take care of your family, your loved ones, your friends. Do what you got to do to be safe. And gee whiz, we hope to see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted.